Good morning. It's Monday, the 21st April, Easter Monday. I'm back up in the northwest. I'm up in Ullapool. Today I'm going to do the Beinn Dearg for. Me and Brian were up here last weekend doing Cona Mheall, and the weather forecast was looking rotten, so we decided to give these four a miss. It's looking not too bad today, so I thought I'll come back up this weekend and tackle these four, get them out of the way. I came up last night. I got to the campsite about 8:30 last night down at Ardmere. Lovely campsite, beautiful location. Facilities are good, very clean, and pretty reasonably priced. £17 for myself in the tent for a night, so it's not too bad. I cycled up there. I've just left the bike there tied up to the fence, padlocked. The path up there was pretty good. Just a kind of forestry track, but it was really good. No problems at all there. It only took about, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so. I'm just going to push on. This is the views ahead. That's it there. It's looking lovely. That's Beinn Dearg up there. So I'm just going to go up this glen and I'll just catch you further on. Yeah, so that's the wee cairn marker. So when I come back down from the 4th, I'll come down this path here. So that's almost an hour from the bike to get to this point, so I've got a rough idea when I get back here how long it'll take back to the bike. At the moment, the path's been great. It's a great wee stalker's path. Just nice steady ascent. And I'm going to stop here. Hardly any wind at all. Just the slightest of breezes now. So that's quite good as well. Keeps you kind of cool. So that's Beinn Dearg on the right up there. So obviously I'll be heading up to the Beinn and then up to the right. Then Outlier and then back around to these. I don't know if that's the third one. I'm not sure. I'll need to check. But anyway, 5 minutes here, then I'll push on. Yeah, I don't know if you'll make them out, but there's 3 deer just in the skyline and that wee bump there. Just a wee bit kind of more heather bashing now. The view's back. So I think I'll fill up with water here again. I just went off track there a wee bit when I was filling up with water, just when I saw the deer. Should have been more to the right. So it was just a wee bit heather bashing until I found that wee path again. Yeah, that's me approaching that wee loching. Looks like there's a couple of folk camping on the wee island bit. Lovely wee spot. Yeah, I'll have a wee look at it. Oops. Hey dog. Oh, how you doing? That water's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, as I say, it's a lovely wee spot. The 2 boys were camping here last night. Said it's pretty windy, which I can imagine. Anyway, this wee loching sits about 665 metres. I was going to fly the drone there, but there's a couple of ducks in that as well. They might have been spooked. As I say, this wee trail is lovely again. Good wee path. Glad I bloody found it again. Yeah, that's me just about up at the Beinn Dearg. This wee kind of care marker. I think that's my path. Going up there. Right up towards Stone Dyke Wall. And up there to Ben Dearg. Weather still looks good at the moment. Some views back. You can see Loch Broom in the distance, even a big boat over there. Very hazy over that way. That'll be Angelic over there. I might stop shortly and get something to eat. I've not done to eat. I was going to get some porridge from Tesco last night in Ullapool, but I bloody shut at 8 o'clock. We had a bank holiday at Easter weekend, and I arrived there at 8:15, so I've got a couple of flapjacks and that again, so I'll have one of them and a drink shortly. But I'll push on for a wee bit just now, and I'll catch you just further up. I think I can see that Stone Dyke Wall all the way up there. Nice wee spot for a camp. So I'm home to be up at the first summit, Ben Dearg, for about 10 o'clock. That will be 4 hours since I left the car. Yeah, that'll be it there, the second one. Beautiful views down there as well. Stunning. Anyway, let's go up to Ben Dearg. It's quite steep this wee bit, but not too bad. The path's still pretty reasonable. So you can actually see the kind of summit cairn on the second one there. Again, you can see the same on the third one there. I can't see the fourth. Still got this to go, but we're not too far away now. Yeah, wee bits of snow here. Some folk preferring to go up the snow. I'll just stick to the side, it's easier going. Some wee scrambly bits down there. Just had to be careful. As I say, I'll have my breakfast up at the summit. Have a wee rest there, and then I'll head for the second. Well, at least it stays enough a wee bit now. Look at these views, just stunning. Oh, the Ascent Hills, just beautiful. Sylvan away in the background again. You can see Stack Pally there. And I don't know what one's Canis. It's just tremendous. So I'll maybe go over here. Oh, it's quite deep. Oh, up to the old knees. Ah. Yeah, there's the summit cairn. Can I view now? That was a slog and a half. I just seemed never ending that walk. We'll check the stats a wee bit when we go up here. Summit of Beinn Dearg. Beautiful. Yeah, this is just absolutely stunning up here. What a viewpoint. I'll show you some of the views in a second and I'll fly the drone as well, but I'm going to spend about 15-20 minutes up here. It's not too windy at all, and as I say, I'll have my breakfast and some juice and that, but this is just absolutely incredible. So what we've got here is that's the Phoenix over there. That one dead central is Cona Mheall, and that one to the right is can't remember the name. I'll put a name up on the screen. And like I said, I saw the Phoenix over there. And if we swing round, get the Fisher Fields over there. And behind that we get Torridon that. And then if we swing round here, we've got Inchallock over there, which is looking beautiful as well. You can just see Loch Broom down there and just a hint of Ullapool. And again over here, we've got the Ascent Hills. As I say, you get Stack Polly, Canis, Sylvan, Kilmore, Kilbeg and that. Just absolutely stunning. I don't know if that one away in the distance there is maybe Ben Hope or something. But just incredible. As I say, I'll have a wee break here, I'll fly the drone and I'll catch you when we're ready to leave here. I flew the drone there, so hopefully the footage is not too bad. So I'm just going to have a wee bite to eat that and then I'll push on. Yeah, so that was 10:30 when I left the summit there. That's how long it takes me to get to the second one, which is that one over there. These views I've got walking down here are just stunning. Loch Broom, Ullapool away in the distance there. And then round to the right, as I said before, you've got the St Munros, all standing to attention there. So I'm hoping I can get the whole forearm clear before the weather comes in. We'll see. I'll try not hang about too long between them. But that's the back broke anyway, getting Beinn Dearg done. As I say, it was about 20 minutes cycling and then just under 3.5 hours to get to the summit from where I left the bike. Yeah, so it's me done at the Beinn Dearg again. That was 20 minutes to get done for Beinn Dearg summit. Not too bad at all. As I say, I'm going to come down a different way than I went up. Going up, I kind of hugged the wall most of the way up, but coming down you can see there was a path that skirted around the side a wee bit, which made it a wee bit easier. Anyway, I'll look for the path that takes us up to the second now. Water's very clear again. The view's over. What an area. Just gorgeous. Yeah, I had to just sit here for a second, take in these views. Just stunning. That loch down there, or locking. Absolutely beautiful. This is just beautiful. Yeah, so this is ascent starting proper for this one. Again, look at that side of Beinn Dearg. Again, another great day to be in the hills. Fantastic. Yeah, so that's me up the wee kind of ridge bit. Views back across to the Phoenix. Beinn Dearg up there. That's the third one just sitting under that cloud. And the fourth just beyond. And again, that's that whatever, over there with the snow on it. So, let's come to the summit now. Second of the summit. Yeah, so this is the summit of the second one. I think it's pronounced Cona Mheall. Again, just absolutely stunning viewpoint. Even back to Beinn Dearg and the Phoenix. Lovely. And we've got a lovely wee loching down there with a waterfall, which I'll show you again. But what a summit this is as well. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll have another 10-20 minutes up here. Have something to eat. And another drink, fly the drone again. Absolutely. What a viewpoint. I just can't get away with it. Yeah, so that was about 1 hour and 10 minutes to get from Beinn Dearg summit to this one. So not too bad. So I'm just going to fly the drone just now. Get some of these views. Yeah, so I've had a nice wee break here, so it's time to push on now. That's just 12 o'clock. Yeah, so that Munro there, the second one, that's a bit the furthest away from the car. So I'm just kind of slowly but surely heading back towards the car now and collecting these other 2 Munros in the way. That was only about 15 minutes for a summit that one to get to this low point. And we're just starting to ascend through this wee kind of craggy section now, which was actually quite good. And you get fantastic views down to that loching where I met Richard and Darren. So far the walk's been tremendous, thoroughly enjoying it. And the weather looks as though it might hold for a bit longer, which is good. See if I can get the next Munro clear, 3 to 4, will be not bad. Anyway, I'll catch you further along. I just took half an hour, so I'm now back on. And there's my next target, straight ahead. I think that might be Richard and Aaron on their way up. I think I can see them. Anyway, I'll push on. Looks like I'll be heading down to this wee loching. Skirting round the side of that. Very easy this way. Yeah, starting to get some spectacular views across the Beinn Dearg again from this one. Lovely. You can see there's some clouds coming in. So I hope I can get these two cloud free. Not too bothered if it's raining the way down. Yeah, it's been a good wee hike up this one as well. Steady wee path zigzagging its way up. Yeah, that loching down there with a wee island. Here's the summit, the third one coming up. Neil Caprician or something. I don't think I'll be hanging about here though. Just push on to the fourth. Number 3. That was a nice one. So that was just an hour to get between them as well, so that was good. I think that's the way. I can still see Richard and Aaron, and that must be the fourth one up there, aye. So you must go around there, down and up. And that's Cona Mheall away in the background there. Lovely. That was my second one up there. And Ben Dearg up here. And we've got Loch Broom down there, and there's the forest to come through on the bike. So, I'll push on now. Just going over this boulder field at the moment. Again, just got to watch your footing like a hawk. Tell you what, that was dodgy coming down there. Just tricky, slippy, wet marsh ones. I think I found a bit of a path. But coming from that that last summit, I didn't do much filming, it was just all very bouldery. And as I say, coming down this bit here, that wasn't nice at all. Wouldn't like to do that in the clag. Hey Paul. Yeah, so I think we're starting the final ascent for the last Munro here. You can see the path kind of snaking up through there. Nice wee locking again. And right through the gap in the background. Again, you can see Anchella. As I was saying, that's a boulder field up at the top from the last summit. Bloody treacherous. And coming down there as well. Wasn't it nice to see her? So I'm hoping, and it looks like there's a wee half decent path all the way up here now. Yeah, so there's the fourth and final one. Coming into view. Yeah, I say there's two tops, but I think this first one is the actual summit. I'll go and touch that one as well though. I'll put a name and height up at this one. Well, glad to reach this. So that's Munro number 277. 5 to go. Yeah, so for a wee 5-10 minutes here. Get a wee rest, we bite to eat again. Mrs. Tilly's tablet, she's getting hammered now. So, 5 or 10, then I'll push on. Oh my goodness, that was a slog and a half. Walking up and walking back down there. From that last summit, it took just under 2 hours to get back to the bike here, so not too bad going. The hiking itself was almost bang on 10 hours. Obviously I stopped a few times up at the summits, the first two especially. Conditions were beautiful and I just spent a bit of time up there flying the drone and just taking it in. So, shouldn't take long getting back on the bike now. I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes max. I'll just catch you back at the car and I'll give you the full stats. Yeah, so it's me back at the car. Everyone's all tidied away. Bike's on the rack, ready to rock and roll. So the hike, what a long day. As I said, I did mean about maybe 11 hours in total. Well, maybe about 10 and a half hours in total. I'll put the stats up, the cycle in, cycle out, an actual hike, kind of time and kilometres and whatever. But the mountains, the first one, Beinn Dearg, was brilliant. What a view from the summit. Over to the Fanix and Anchella, and as you spun round, you could see obviously all the ascent ones, Sylvan and Stack Pally and all them. Brilliant. And then as I say over to the second one, the views were exceptional there as well. Really enjoyed that one as well. And it was getting a bit overcast as the day went on and a bit windy, so I never bothered flying anything at the third one with the drone or whatever, just pushed on. And to be honest, the kind of descent from the third to the fourth was, it was pretty bad. First of all, the boulder field, and then as I say, it was a bit kind of slippy and wet going down towards the Beinn Dearg, and then just up to the fourth one. Fourth one was nice as well, some nice views from there. And then just as I said, the long slog back to the bike, which took just about 2 hours, so I was glad to see that. And as I say, Harley cycle coming down, it was just free-wheeling all the way, it was great. So I booked into the campsite up at just by Ullapool again for tonight. It's too long a drive to go back tonight. So I'm just going to go up to Ullapool, get a fish supper, get a few beers for Tesco, head back to the campsite and just enjoy the rest of the night, just chill, and then I'll head home tomorrow. And it was also nice meeting Richard and his son Aaron. As I say, they watch the channel as well, so it was nice talking to them for a bit. So if you watched this far, thanks very much, and I'll catch you in the next adventure. Adios.